sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On the end around, here comes Smith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They run behind center with Gainwell. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A first carry for Najee Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now Wilson changing the play. Off play action. Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson. He finds Pickens over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First target, first catch, and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jaylen Warren, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts on the move to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. inside the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion, the tight end. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Wilson running left on the option. Wiggles free. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. You know, Wilson going to change things up here. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Wilson on the keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Wilson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing is Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, and they go back to Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me,